Shanty Talk, doing a reaction now to two pieces of news, but the first piece of news obviously is the departure of Alex Bass, a player I really didn't want to lose, and I'm definitely not alone on that one. You know, so important and so integral to the way that we play. He's filled a void that we've been trying to fill for such a long time, you know, 2, 3, 4 seasons maybe. Good. I'm absolutely gutted that he's gone. I suppose it's nice to get a fee, you know, a decent fee as well. I'm seeing it's a decent 6-figure sum online, you know, 300,000's being flung around as well, but there's no solid evidence of that. But it could be, who knows? The owners sort of talk about how difficult it was to make that decision to sell him in the statement that they put out. But they felt like the fee met, you know, the sort of threshold that they were willing to let him go at. So whereby I understand that, my concerns start rising now, because look, I know we're sort of, people are saying it's part of the model and, you know, you got to trust the owners and things like that. But we've now, in the last few years, sold Langstaff, we've sold Crowley, we've let McGoldrick go, you know, amongst other senior players. It's a huge loss and a huge place to fill. Obviously, we do bring in Harry Griffiths, whose contract has expired at Forest. I'm just going to read what Gagliardi had to say about him. Our goalkeeper coach Steve Collins had the opportunity to work closely with Harry when he came to train with our first team last season. As well as being impressed with his natural capabilities, Steve believes Harry has significant potential to develop, and we're looking forward to giving him the platform to do so. It's vital that we create sufficient competition and support within the goalkeeping department. As well as signing Alex's replacement, we'll be looking to add a third player in this position before the end of the transfer window. Look, that all sounds good, and I'm not signing anyone off. You know, it's a bit of a sucker punch when you think of the news that's led up to that news being told to us there. Look, he sounds like a good player. He's had spells at Crystal Palace as well as Forest and Wimbledon as well. So, you know, a player that, you know, holds much promise. My only concern is it's another sort of player that has not got that sort of experience that Bass held. And that's something that we lacked a lot last season outfield, is that lack of experience. But you have to give these players a chance. You know, it's not his fault that Bass has gone. And I'm sure he'll grab the chance, you know, with both hands and really go for it. But yeah, I don't know. My initial sort of reaction and emotion to that is just disappointment, because we've not had any real, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, standout signings so far in the close season. We've had a few, you know, good signings that I've already spoke about on the channel that I've been happy with, and I feel like they have filled a gap. But when you're selling players of Bass's level, and then you're sort of replacing again with a youngster, I don't know, it is concerning. But time will tell. I'm hoping we have a busy week. I said this last week, to be honest. I'm shocked. I really didn't see this coming. You sort of hear murmurs, don't you, of certain players potentially going and things like that, but that one's completely gone under the radar. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. How many signings you think we're going to see this week? I'm hoping it's a few, and a few standouts. I know there's been a few names put out there from Europe, which is, you know, always interesting. We always like a European signing. But yeah, that's it for me really on that situation. I'm sure we'll see that one develop, and it looks like we'll be signing another keeper, you know, in the coming weeks. So yeah, let's try and get behind what's going on. I'm hoping some news coming later on in the week will sort of cheer us up a little bit with some, you know, real key, strong, you know, senior signings, and maybe even a nice little kit launch as well. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let me know in the comments, obviously, like I've already said, what you guys think. I'd also be interested to know what colour you think the away shirt's going to be this season. I'm kind of hoping it's purple again. Well, again, the third shirt was last season, wasn't it? Purple. But I just like that purple. I thought the purple was a great kit. Let me know in the comments. If you don't already, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.